My name is Namani Nipuna, Nadlu Kamanka, Maltaria Pindi, Yacha Yata, Natu Nadlaku, Pukiana Miana, Kaltandi, Mani Nadalicha, Pana Karaticha, Nadlu Kawa Kawinga Parama, Yatanga Tikama, Karalika Nakuma, Wari Irakaicha Yaramira, Waradlu Nadlaku, Marakinga Kudama, Tindutu Kala Nakama, Walter Tindaku Kuma. Pulimalaku, Kairalalu, Puliana, Nayira Dara, Kadla Yiditu, Pana, Yaicha Purandi, Pichindi, Nadlu Mulatara, No Puru, Yaicha Wata Dindi, Nadlu Wata, Nadlu Yunku Tamparina, Nadlu Tuwila, Nunu Muka Muka, Pitukacha, Kuma Tangagarina, Nata Nadlu Yaicha Punkarilla, Tikindi Padawajanga, Uracha, Kumanga, Nadlu Manina Budni Wonkama, Nadlu Namani Wongandi, Nadlu Namani Wongandi, Na Watanku, Nalichanga, Wamana, Nadlu Nakata Wongandi, Nada Nalu Na Moemu Nakata, Nada Yacha Yata, Naku Wadlikuma, Nada Nadlu Yarakumanindi, Nachaya.
The land we meet on today is the traditional lands of the Gauna people, and that we respect their spiritual connection with their country. We also acknowledge the Gauna people as the traditional custodians of the Adelaide region, and that their cultural and heritage beliefs are still as important to the living Gauna people today.
Five words you pronounce wrong 2 years before your brain starts shutting down. Dementia is now known as type 3 diabetes, according to the Mayo Clinic, where doctors have made a shocking discovery that changes everything we know about memory loss and mental decline. So if you or a loved one is often...
Okay, welcome again. Welcome everyone. Now the first question I have for you is, what is AI? Now AI, it's the acronym. It stands for something else. 2 words. Who can help me giving those 2 words? What's called AI? Anyone? Can raise your hand if you know the 2 words that putting together. Sadika, yes, Sadika.
Yes, ma'am. It's artificial intelligence.
Well done. And thank you very much. Now, unpacking AI. Now, I would like, since Sadika was the first one to answer, I would invite Sadika to read the acronym. AI stands for Artificial Intelligence. That's good. Now, here we have the meaning of the 2 words, artificial and intelligence. Now, while we are reading this, I'm going to ask someone to help it to write in Dari the meaning of artificial and the meaning of intelligence. Okay? Sidika, would you like to read it, please?
Yes, ma'am. Artificial made by humans, not natural. Intelligence, the ability to learn, reason, and solve problems.
Perfect. Thank you. So tell me, what is artificial around you? What is not natural? Now, if I think those of you who came early, those who saw the video, you saw the images of the sea beach. So is it artificial or natural?
It's artificial, ma'am.
Sea beach?
Sorry, ma'am?
Okay. Just think of ocean, sea, forest. Are these artificial or natural?
No, they are natural.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, they are natural. Those things which is made by humans, those are we call artificial, which is not natural, which is made by human.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now, on the screen, do you see anything which is not natural? Okay, can I invite someone else from who's sitting down and listening? If you can see something on the screen that is not natural, please raise your hand to say. Thank you, Samaya. Yes, what is it?
The picture, teacher, the picture of a robot, it's not natural. It's made by humans.
That's right. Well done. And that's the reason, since it's made by humans, it is artificial. It's not natural. Thank you so much. The next question is the ability to learn, reason, and solve problems. So that is what the intelligence is. So now our next question, Sumaya, would you like to read What Can AI Do? Can you read this bit, please?
Yes, teacher. What can AI do? So together, artificial intelligence means, how can I pronounce this word?
Machines.
Machines or computers that can think and learn in ways similar to humans.
Okay, thank you. Good reading. So, what it is saying is, just like humans, the computers, the machines can have that sort of intelligence, but a human has to work and create that intelligence in the machine so that they learn to think, they learn to learn in ways very similar to the humans. So, AI, the artificial intelligence, are the machines and computers that are able, those who are able to think and learn. However, they have to be created by humans. They can't create themselves. Instead, they have to be created. They have to be manufactured. They have to be made by humans. And only humans can create these artificial intelligence. So humans need that intelligence to create that. Okay, so today we are going to focus on AI, and we will see what we can do using this tool. AI is nothing but a tool that we can cleverly use to do our learning. And these days, AI is used in so many different fields of work. Now, as we read before, machine learning, AI means computers or machines that can think, learn, and make decisions like humans do. And they can do it very fast, much faster than the humans. Okay? So, I will invite Shukriya to read the next bit, please. Shukriya, Amini?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, one at a time. So, Amini, you go.
Yes, ma'am.
You go first, and then Sadakat, I'll invite you. Read it, please. What? Amini.
Okay.
Amini, you read first, and then Shadakat. Amini, can you?
Okay, ma'am. What can AI do? It's like giving a machine kind of brain training, so it can get better at tasks over time,
Mhm.
instead of telling it exactly what to do for every situation.
Thank you. Good reading, Amini. Now, so the humans create these machines, And these machines are trained in such a manner that they can do any task, and they're like we humans need food. For the AI, it needs data, information. So humans feed the data or the information and they train their brain. So when you ask AI to do something for you, because the data is already there, they know how to search and find more information, and they do it very fast, much, much faster than a human brain can do. So they are programmed in such a manner that once they have the information, another word for information is data. Some people call it data. So once the data is fed in their brain, the machines can work much, much faster than any human being can do. So that is one of the advantages of AI. Next, I'm going to ask who I said, just wait, not.
Yes, Sidaka, I think she wants to read.
You please ask her to read the next bit, please. Thank you. Thanks for your help.
شکریه صداقت. شما چی بعدی رو بخوانین؟
درست هستی. All means letting computer or machines to do things but usually need human thinking. For example, understanding speech, recognizing picture, making decision, or learning for experience.
Thank you. Good reading, Shukariya. Now, the first word is AI, okay? It's AI, artificial intelligence. Means
Yes.
letting computers or machines do things. They do things that usually need human thinking. But the machine is programmed in such a manner that they can understand speech, they can recognize pictures, they can make quick decisions, very fast decisions, or even they can do learning from experiences. But everything is depending on what sort of information is fed to the machine. So if machine has the data, it will be very quickly can solve a problem, solve your problem, and give you solutions. Okay? Now, next, Ms. Nazari, if you can invite someone to read the next bit, please. I think someone's hand was up here.
Tamanna Hashimi,
Okay, yes.
if you would like to read.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Yes, could you please read the next bit?
Okay. What can AI do? AI system attempt to mimic some types of human abilities to solve problems or perform tasks.
Thank you. Can you switch it off, please? Mute it. Thank you. Okay, good reading, Tabana. Now, so what is mimicking? Mimicking is mirroring. Mimicking is exactly they can mimicking.
Tamanna, می مایک خودم میوت کن.
Yeah, I did it. That's okay. Thank you, Tamana. So it can mimic some types of human abilities. Like you will think this can only do a human being can do this. But surprise, surprise, even the machines are prepared in such a manner that they can even do the work exactly like humans can do. How fast the technology is growing. It is amazing to see what, like I was at a restaurant when I was traveling, I was at a restaurant, and here comes the robot with the food and, delivering the food. In the hospitals, we know the medications are given by the robots going around the hospital to give the medication to the patients. So it is unbelievable where the technology is going. And in future, in another 5 years' time, it will be really, this machines and AI will surprise us even more. So, who hasn't read? Ilaha, would you like to read the next bit, please? Machine learning.
Yes, sure. Machine learning, it is like giving a machine a kind of brain training so it can get better at tasks over time instead of telling it exactly what to do for every situation.
Thank you. Good reading, Ilaha. So it says that the training is such that, machine can identify. Even if you do not give the instruction, machine will know what exactly is required of the machine. And it will quickly and promptly do, respond to every situation. That is also another positive of AI. Now, there is the beware. That means there is something we have to be very careful. Hijrat, would you like to read this one, please, this section?
Yes, ma'am. Beware, be careful. Not all AI answers are correct. So, double check information.
So, thank you, Hijra. All this time we were reading, yes, darling. All this time we were reading about all the positives about AI, right? AI can do this, AI can do that, AI is smart, AI is quick, AI is, if they have the data, they know, even they can guess what, what they can do to find solutions or answer. Yes, Nigarin has said mimic is, just 1 second, okay? Thank you. Hi, Liz. Hello. Hi, are you coming? I did send you the link. Okay, I'll send it one more time. That's all right. No worries, no worries. So, I really like that Nigarin has written about imitating. Who can tell me quickly, what is the other word for imitating? We just read in the previous, on the previous slide, it was there. Who can tell us?
That was mimic.
Perfect, Nadia. Thank you. It is mimicking. And just 1 second, I'm just sending this link to Miss Lily will come. She wants to join us. So I'm just sending her the link one more time. For some reason, she didn't get the link. Thank you. So some people guess that AI can replace humans. That's a good question. In many tasks in future, I guess it's possible too. That is a very important topic, a point you have made, Ilaha. And we are going to discuss this later on. Who are the people will think, agree with this, that AI will be taking the jobs of humans. And that is a very important point we can discuss. So, at the moment, we will talk about next point, okay? So, how can AI help us? Now, that is the next point. Like, Why are we learning about AI? Because if we know exactly how AI can help us, so we can make use of this technology, the artificial intelligence, and that will benefit us and help us in our learning. So there are 3 examples we have for you. So I'm going to invite Sohaila Hassani. You haven't read yet, right? That's okay. Even if you have read, I would invite you to read how AI can help us. Sohaila.
How can hello, miss?
Yeah. Hello, darling. Do you mind reading? Yeah.
Yes. How can AI help? Writing helpers, ChatGPT free version. You can ask questions, write essays, brainstorm stories, or get help with maths. Art and creativity, Canva free AI features, make posters, presentations, and even generates text or images. Learning and studying, Duolingo with AI features, helps with language learning, Khan Academy's Khanmego, some free features, an AI tutor for maths and science.
Wow. Thank you, Sohaila. So AI can really help us to do lots of different things. Say you write a draft and then you can give it to AI, say, can you please proofread and edit my work? And AI will, ChatGPT will do it in a few seconds, ChatGPT will do that. If you say, can you please make some corrections of my grammar or spelling? ChatGPT will do that for you. Even you can ask ChatGPT to ask, what sort of questions you would like to know about AI. And that can also be, you can find it from ChatGPT. There are so many different ways you can use AI to polish your work, to refine your work, to get the mistakes corrected, proofread, or edit. So, that's what we are going to do when we start writing our script for podcast. Hello, Miss Lily. Welcome. Would you like to say hello to the class?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just lost complete track of time, and I'm so glad that you could send me the link again. And I'm on my phone, so I hope you can hear me. Hello, everybody.
Yes, we can hear you. And
it's lovely to be here.
That's right. We are so happy to see you, but and hear your voice actually. And very one of the girls has raised a good question in the chat. I don't know if you can access the chat. I'm going to read it to you because while we are learning about AI, the question is the question is some of the jobs, human jobs, will be replaced by AI in the future. And it is and the student has written, Ilaha has written, I guess it's possible too. However, it depends on occupations and jobs that a person does. So we can have a sort of a debate or a discussion at some point and to hear about others' perspectives, the students' perspectives. What do they think in
Absolutely.
10 years' time? What's going to happen to the jobs?
I think it's a really good debate topic, but we've always said, Paramita, that 15, 20 years ago, if we were walking into a maths exam with a calculator, people thought that it wasn't okay, that you had to do the mathematic calculation without any technology as support. Nowadays, AI can be seen as a tool, not as something that can completely take away from people's learning experience or the way they show their learning. It's a tool, and I think that that's important to think about.
And And that's a very important point. We have to remember that it's only a tool, and also when we are creating the AI, whether it is ChatGPT, Gemini, Canva, Duolingo, Khan Academies, Khanmigo, the data, the information are fed by humans. So they have to be created by humans only if we want it to function the way we would like it to function. And thank you so much. And Nigaran has a question. Yes, if she can share the link with the friends. Yes, you can. But they will be registering eventually. Give them the link to register afterwards. If they want to join, feel free to invite them, please. Thank you. So, yes, Miss Lily, would you like to add anything else to that?
I just think it's really good that if we I think the fact that we're thinking about who's in control is really good. It's when we stop thinking about who's in control of what we learn, how we show our learning, rather than just being we're not mindful of it. I think we need to be mindful of how we learn and how we're showing our learning, and there are elements that AI can never capture anyway. But it's a powerful way to learn context, and it's a powerful way to learn a lot of information and show what we understand. But it's a tool. It's a tool. It's not something that can overcome us. I think yeah.
It's up to us.
Sorry, Paramita.
No, you're. I'm just reiterating what you just said, because we have to decide how we are going to use it. Like if we are depending on ChatGPT for all our research, and you will be surprised how many times ChatGPT goes wrong. So you have to be very careful when you're using the information that you have access through ChatGPT, and you have to check again from other sources. Otherwise, you will be like, this is something you have to be mindful about, that when you're doing an assignment, if you totally depend on ChatGPT and do your assignment, trust me, we have, as teachers, we see so many errors because ChatGPT is not always dependable. ChatGPT makes plenty mistakes, so you have to be careful about that. Here, I think there's a point here made. Be careful, not all AI answers are correct. So double check information. So keep that in mind, because otherwise you will regret, oh my goodness, my ChatGPT gave me this answer and it's not correct. So
I think, Paramita, sorry, I'll say one last point.
No,
if you fully understand
if
you fully understand the content of what you're learning, it's only an enhancement. It's more about your personal learning. That's the most important part of it. So if AI spits out something, or produces something, I should say, that you don't know what on earth it's about, you haven't learned anything. So you have to look at what AI is spitting out or producing and go, oh, I understand. And that's presented in a way that's communicated very clearly, maybe a little bit more clearly, because my language is, not that sophisticated. But the point being is that you understand what's being said. It's when something is produced and you look at it and it doesn't make any sense to you, and you haven't done the learning then. So it's up to you. You have to be very responsible with it. And I see Nagaran has said it slowed down the creativity of human beings, made us lazier. I agree with some of those points. And then she said they don't perform the task themselves. And that's a really big alert for everybody, is like, if something's produced and you don't understand what's being said, it's not your task. It's AI's task, and you need to be mindful. Well, are you doing yourself a favor there? Are you learning? So it's a very it's almost like a check-in for yourself that you need to make. Are you valuing that learning? Yeah. But Nagaran has got some really good points there.
Right.
Sorry, Paramita.
No, please don't apologize. That's the we discussed. I totally agree with what Nigaran has said. So the point is, we have to have the clarity how we want AI to be used in our learning. Now, is it just to copy and paste from ChatGPT and answer your question, or is it to enrich, enhance, and is it to take it to the next level? So it depends on the user, on the students, or whoever it is using, that the purpose, it has to be very clear purpose. You want to improve your work. You want to improve your answer with more research. But having said that, we shouldn't solely depend on ChatGPT. You have to do further research, your own independent research, before you hand in assignment, so that you cross-check and see that research you have, it is reliable and you can use it. So try to use it to your benefit, how cleverly you can do that. That is the most important thing. End of the day, as Miss Lily just said, it is a tool, and how we use it. Again, going to Canva. Canva has brilliant design ideas. Are you going to do it exactly how it is there? Or you're going to change it, modify it, get some design ideas and create your own design. So these are the things you will be learning while you use it. But you need to know, this is the purpose of our lesson here, so that we understand what is out there, and we will be selective when we are deciding how we are going to use this tool. Okay? So here is a little quiz for you. Answer. Maybe Miss Lily will ask you the questions and you'd answer the questions. Miss Lily, would you like to ask the question, please?
I've got my glasses on. Okay. What does AI stand for? A, automated information. B, artificial intelligence. C, actual intelligence. Or D, advanced internet. Oh, we've got lots of B's, Paramita.
So,
I think the consensus might be B.
Yeah.
1B. Well done. Well, excellent work. Yep. Do we agree?
Yes, absolutely. B is the correct answer. Well done, everyone.
Well done. Well done. Okay. Do you want to read the next one,
Yes,
Paramita?
please. Yes, please.
Oh, okay. What is AI most like? What is AI most like? A rock. B, a student learning from homework. C, a tree. Or D, a television? I'll read it again. What is AI most like? A rock. B, a student learning from homework. or C, a tree, or D, a television?
What shall we exclude first?
What principles? This is very complicated in some ways. Because it's a tool.
Yeah.
Let's look at that perspective or that lens. A rock can be a tool if you use it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, B.
Answer is B, actually. The answer is B.
Yeah.
Is
The answer is B, yeah.
Yeah, while you're using it through trial and error, and you're using the tool like you and you are learning while you're doing your homework, you are learning as well about the tool. So it is more like a
yeah.
So answer question 3.
Number 2 is B.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Do is the
Nigaran said, I'm confused between B and C.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see, Nigaran, why you see it that way.
Sadika has written that she thinks it's a tree because it has many options. So like the branch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's another interpretation. That's right. Yeah.
Excellent.
There is no right or wrong. Like Miss Lily said, a rock, like a tool. With AI, you can
well, that's how
and make it two.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go to number 3.
Thank you.
What does AI learn from? Number A, I'll read the question again. What does AI learn from? A, data. B, air. C, magic. And D, nothing. Everyone's going for A. I think I'd agree with everyone on that.
And someone wrote
Paramita?
B. Yes, of course, A. But Hijrat wrote B and big smiley sign. So she's giving us from air. AI gets all the information. Thank you. That's good. What's next?
Yes, I like the critical thinking. Okay. Number 4. What happens when AI practices with lots of data? A, it gets worse. B, it stays the same. This is an interesting question. C, it improves and gets smarter. And D, it disappears. Very poor. Paramita, you might have to help me with this one. This is complicated.
Well, the entire AI depends on data. That's what we know from the previous answer. What does AI learn from? Data. Now, if you increase the data, so it's going to improve definitely.
And get smarter.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you limit the information, then it is not that smart. Isn't it? Yeah.
Okay. But is that where we say that when we have lots of data, an algorithm develops?
That's right.
Okay.
Because then it has more options to work with. If it's fed with more data, that means it is smarter and it improves its functionality, like it functions better. Because, but if you limit it, say 2 AI machines we have, one with plenty data and one with limited data. Of course, the one which will have plenty data will be smarter than the ones with limited data, right? It's common sense.
Correct. Yeah. That's common sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking too deeply. Number 5. What is one problem with AI? A, it can make mistakes. B, it never learns. And C, it's perfect. And D, it eats food. And everyone's looking at A.
Yeah.
It can make mistakes. That's really good that everybody's seen that parameter. And that makes, like, Tamana, Hashimi, Alaha, everybody's saying they understand that it is technology and it can make mistakes. And that's really good critical analysis. I think, yeah, that's very important that we don't rely too much on AI for you know, seeking clarification. Always.
So when they're doing the assignment, if they're too much relying on the ChatGPT, and good chance there can be errors. So they check, cross-check, double many times. So we have another multiple choice questions. Now this time we are moving from AI to podcast. So so that students understand what we are trying to do, and we may not finish it all this lesson, but we will continue in next lesson. So multiple choice questions about podcast. Would you like to read the first one, Ms. Lily, this page as well?
Sure. I'll be. What is a podcast? A type of food you eat on the go. B, a digital audio program you can listen to online or download. C, a new kind of smartphone. Or D, a social media post with pictures. I think everyone's got B, which is fantastic. It is a digital audio program you can listen to online or download. And they are so good because they give us so many different insights to people's knowledge, their context, their experiences in life. It is a powerful way to communicate. I think everybody's got that.
Thank you.
Gulsum, Samaya, they're all answering. Samaya said A. That's okay. Was I wrong there, or
no?
Did I read
Not
that
a
wrong?
food.
No.
Definitely not a food podcast. Isn't it? That's okay.
No.
I said answered the question 2. It's A.
Okay.
Oh, she's trying to hurry us up. Okay, I'll read the question quickly. Sorry. What is one advantage? This is the second question. What is one advantage of a podcast? A, you can listen anytime, anywhere. B, you must be in class to hear it. C, it disappears after one day. Or D, it only works with special headphones. Everyone's agreeing you can listen anywhere, anytime. That's excellent. Yeah. Over to you, Paramita. Sorry, I'm slow.
No, you are not. And that's fantastic that everyone is getting it, because also we put it in our email that we are going to talk about podcasts, because the girls have to prepare their first podcast. So we are just going to, that. Now here it says, which of these could be a podcast topic? Okay. Now you have short stories, you can have science experiments, music, and interviews. You can interview each other. You can do all the above. So here the answer is given already. Eliha, yes, thank you, darling. It's D. You can choose anything you're passionate about, and that will make your podcast interesting. So if you hate music and if you're doing a podcast about music, it's not going to be interesting. So you have to find where your passion lies. And I know Miss Lily, if she has to do a podcast, I think she can do plenty about landscape and photography, and she's got so many interesting ideas, even stories.
Not
No?
not bad. Sorry, carry on, Paramita.
You have to ask yourself, okay, what is my passion? Okay, what do I want to do? So you have to think about it carefully. Now, next one is, if you want to make a podcast, what would you need first? A script or plan of what to say. Then the second one is a TV studio. Third one is a newspaper printer. Fourth one is a dance floor. So what? All the answers are A, and that is correct. You
Excellent.
need to, yes, well done, girls. I'm so impressed. You need to first know what your podcast is going to be about. So the topic is the first thing. And the next, you are going to think about, you have to plan. What are you going to, like a story. When you're presenting something, you begin with an introduction. You say, hello, everyone. How are you doing? Today's podcast is about so and so. You introduce, then you talk about it. You can do interviews, you can play music, and you can end with something thanking people that you're joining us today, and then what you have learned. So you have to do a planning for your podcast. You have to write your script. What are you going to say at the beginning? What are you going to say next? And then how you're going to end your podcast. So thank you, girls. If you have written A,
Yeah.
I can see that most of you have written A. Now, planning your podcast, pick a theme and audience. And when you're picking a theme, say you want to make your podcast about music. So the music, what you're planning to have in your podcast, that can differ. Like younger audience will enjoy a type of music, then the more elderly people may not enjoy that music or may choose something else. So you have to think carefully about the audience. Who are you catering to? I mean, you can't be always right, but at least if you have it in your mind, that is going to help you to plan. Would you agree that, Miss Lily? Is she there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
now-
sorry, my apologies. I've just something's happened. I'm using my phone. I totally agree, because I think if you have a target audience,
Mhm.
it shapes how you speak. It shapes how you it shapes how your content of your podcast and how you're going to deliver or communicate to a certain kind of audience, to engage them, make them interested, and allow them to also extend themselves a little bit to learn something new. Yeah. Target audience, understanding them is very important. And excuse me, I'd highly recommend, if you're going to have some kind of podcast content, you need to think about, my audience, will they be interested? What's their age group? What kind of language would I use? What kind of visual references I might try to communicate to people? There's lots of things that you have to plan in that script.
That's right. Even the language, if your target audience is
is critical.
Yeah, teenagers, they would like jokes or humor different from those who are adults, right? Just giving a small example, like they might like a different sort of language than. Do you think audience, male and female, will differ as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. Age, gender, even culture.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, thank you, Ms. Lily.
So
And
that's something you have to really.
yes, and also the level. See, next is kitchen chemistry. Like if you're having your podcast about science experiment, if your experiments are, if your podcast is for younger population, say school students, so you have to simplify the language if you're catering to advanced students, excuse me, the university students, or and then you will change the language. That can be complex, but for the students who are from primary school or middle school, so you have to make sure it's in a very simple language, or you have to unpack. Even if you're using some complex language, you have to unpack so that everyone understands what you're trying to convey. Okay. What I was thinking, Miss Lily, please correct me if I'm not right here. I'm just thinking to begin with, students can create a script. They can plan for 2 to 5 minutes show, 5 minutes podcast, maximum 5 minutes, so that once they do a few, and then they can go for longer podcasts. What do you think?
Yeah, I think start small. Think about the language. Think about your audience. Think about how you're going to engage them. What you might think would interest some people might not interest many people. So yeah, it's important that you do lots of planning, and I think a smaller amount of time is a good way to experiment. I totally agree, Parameter. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yes, we start with a smaller one. 2 minutes podcast means 2 page of script. Okay, that's how we plan, and maybe a bit less than that. So no more than 5 pages, definitely not. So you can keep it small, and once you are confident about it, because you have to break it up like this: introduction, how do you welcome your listeners, say in a very warm and cordial manner, so that they feel they would like to return next to your next podcast. So make sure that there is a good friendly introduction, and write it down, write every bit, so that when you're reading it, when you're recording it, it is all there. You will not hunt and look for words. If it is all scripted, it's easier. And once you become confident about it, you can do it without a script. But to begin with, you need to have a script. Okay. Then segment A, you can give them the idea what we are going to talk about during the podcast today, so they also understand what's coming next. And then you can go from segment A to segment B. You can have a music as a transition between the two, and then you can recap, and then you can end thanking your listeners, guests, ask them to share the podcast with their friends and families. And then at the end, you can say the credits, like if you have used a music, which is, you don't have the copyright, but you can say, I have used a bit of music from this particular singer or musician. So it's always nice to acknowledge what is not yours and what you have shared during your podcast. Even if you have done some research, it's always good to say that I have read this author, mentioning the author or the title of the book or research paper. So that will make it more, then those who are listeners will think that you have done your homework, you have done your research, they'll have more respect for you. So this is how it is.
That's really good. That's an excellent step-by-step process. Have we got some examples for the girls to listen to?
Not today, but next lesson we are going to on Thursday because we're
Yeah.
at the end of the lesson already. And what we are going to do is next lesson, we will begin with a few examples. And in the meantime, they'll have a draft of their by Thursday they will choose a topic. And remember, we are experimenting here. It's not that if you do a music podcast, you have to stick to that. You experiment with different topics, and whatever is, you find it, oh, this is my area. I would love to do a cooking show. Instead of cooking show, I'll do a, craft podcast. So this is your time to experiment. So don't put too much time, thinking. Just think of one topic, prepare the script, and then you, when you come on Thursday, we will look at your script and advice, and then we can start recording. And I have here an exit ticket, and what it is, girls, I'm going to show you in a minute. You will be writing here. It's sort of a homework as well. So I will stop sharing now.